Good morning, everybody. So today I am sharing the journal that you might have seen in the last few videos. I finally finished it. I have had family visiting, so that's why I haven't been on doing any work on this, but well, I have been working, but I haven't been videoing it, so I decided to just go ahead, finish it, and then show it to you guys. So you would have seen the process of putting the papers together, choosing the fabric, and doing some slow stitching, and I just carried on with the usual process of making. So yeah, and I thought, yeah, time to show you guys and see what you think. Just keep checking that you're in frame. So yeah, so I used a little ribbon closure here, so I'll just open it up. I might change it to a bigger ribbon because I feel like it's not big enough, or I might just have more ribbon. But it's a lovely pink, very soft pink. I'm going to just pull you back because I feel like we haven't got a lot of space here. That's a bit better. Yeah, so yeah, it's a lovely soft pink, which I like and think it goes well with this. So there are 2 signatures in this book, and yeah, quite chunky. It's quite a chunky book. Little bits of dust and things on them. I decorated the cover with just these little pearl sequins. It's not sequins, beads rather. Yeah, and I also decorated it with one of these little flowers. You can see it's pretty sort of layered flower motif, and then a pearl button there, a pearl bead. So yeah, so that's the decoration on it, and then I've got this lovely vintage button here as well, just for the closure. So I'll open up. So you might recall that I did these pockets, and yeah, sewed these pockets on. I did leave some fraying around here, but I decided to cut it off. I wasn't happy with the red. I'm still not 100% sure about the pockets, if I'm honest, but yeah, they're there now, and they'll come in handy and they look nice. So maybe I'll do some decorating on them. I don't know yet. Maybe some lace or something. I have a bit of lace here, so it could be something like that, which I think would be quite nice, just to finish them off a little bit. So I'll have a think about that. So yes, as I said, there's 2 signatures. I will do the measurements because I know everyone likes measurements of these books. So this one is 11 inches or 28 centimetres by, it's chunky, by 18 centimetres is 7.5 inches, and the spine is 1.5 inches, maybe a little bit more than that, 1 3/4 inches. So it's quite a big book, and as I said, there's 2 signatures in it. So yeah, lots of slow stitching, lots of pretty lace, and a vintage, and I'm not sure if there's antique, but there's definitely vintage laces in here. Pretty pages, book pages, but anyway, we'll have a look inside. It's just a little quote by Shakespeare about it's woodbine, which is, we call honeysuckle mostly, but some people still use woodbine as a word, as a description. So well, it's its official name. And yeah, so I've done this lovely pocket here, and I have, yes, I did stitch this on, machine stitched, and there's just some papers there, and what I've done with this book is, because there's a lot of decorative pages, I've put lots of writing space in. So this is just a fold up piece of paper that you could use for writing. So there's a lot of that in here just to add to the journaling space. And then there's one of those with some embossing and a stamp and some watercolour just to decorate that pocket. This is from a book, a colouring book from, I think it was Kew Gardens, so I added that page in, a little tab there with some lace and fabric, and that's the other side, which is really nice, but obviously you don't get to see the whole thing. Another book page, and I added a little fabric tab with some muslin and yeah, just little bits there, some little snippets and an image there. This page has a beautiful, I think this is Ruby and Pearl, so I have used some digitals, but you know, it's not full of digitals, it is mostly book pages, vintage book pages, and so I've put some washi down here to decorate the edges, and I've also added this little page with a little 3 little dried flowers on, and this is on a tea bag, and then this is just some paper that I've used to fold it up inside, so I've done that. And then this is a lovely pocket. This is some cardstock that I used, and I put a little bit of lace and sari silk, or yeah, I think that's sari silk, and a card to write on, a journaling card, and some more lace and fabric, and then a nice image there. So I've left these particular pages with their images on because I think they're quite pretty. Just check, yep, okay. So this one has 2 pockets, so we've got a really beautiful image behind, and this is a book. I don't think it's a vintage book. I need to check. I don't remember what year it was written, but it's a diary of a country parson, which is, it's a really lovely book, easy to get hold of, and I just wanted to include it in this. And then I've used some digital, I think that's digital there, and some cardstock from Tim Holtz. And then I've done another pocket here in fabric, and I've slow stitched that and stitched it on, or glued it on actually. I think I've glued it on. And then there's a beautiful card, a tag rather, and some vintage paper there to go in. So I've included lots of vintage papers and things like that in there as well. And then this is a little scrapbook, just some scrap papers, more paper to write on, and that goes in there. Yeah, this page is an image that I've just backed onto this lovely semi-translucent paper, and I've got this stamped, and you can see a label and a fussy cut rose, which I really like. This page, it's so pretty, and of course this is a vintage book page. On this side I've filled the pocket with lots of goodies, so yeah, I've got, I think this is Ruby and Pearl, and I've just made a pocket here, and then we've got lots of paper goodies in here, so some writing paper, parchment writing paper, and a book page from gardening book or something, I think it is, and then a lovely tag with a little poem on, and a dried flower, so you can write on there, and a pretty I think it's sari silk, or well, if it isn't sari silk, no, it's not sari silk, but it's pretty you know, tie, and then another journaling card in there. So there's quite a bundle in there. I just wanted to give as much as I could to this one, and you know, have it filled. I don't usually fill pockets to the brim, but I wanted to do that with this one. Yeah, this a pretty image, and it's with it's stuck on with well, it's glued on, and then I've just added these little washi tape, bits of washi tape on the edge. Love that. And this is tissue paper that's been added. And then here we've got a flip, so I've got flips out like this. So I thought the person could do writing on there, and there's inside this is a pocket, and then I've added a little book where you could write on whatever, just do some writing on there if you want to. So that's a pocket there, large pocket there, and then here we've got another pocket, and this is Tim Holtz. I've left the page so you could do writing there, and a large journaling card as well with a little tie. That's pretty. I think I got this off Facebook, this one, off a Facebook group freebie. And then, yep, another vintage floral page from a children's encyclopedia. So this is the first time that, oh no, it's the second time I've used them in my, I love these, and I always look for an excuse to put them in, but this is only the second book that I've made that I've actually included them. So, but I do love them, they're just beautiful. And then you've got, I've left this is vintage, it's my own vintage cartridge paper. I've had it for quite a long time, as you can see by the edging. I haven't coloured it, I promise you, I haven't inked it. And it's just beautiful quality, so I thought I'd leave that. You might want to do that to decorate it, whoever gets the book. Lovely page here, the art of the craftsman, left that because it's just beautiful. We've got some lace and various other images. I think that's a beautiful page, so I popped that in. And some vellum. I always try to add a page of vellum, and that's a really pretty design on that one. Another vintage book page on birds and bird watching. I left it so that you could decorate it yourself, whoever gets the book. And this is a little tab. I did originally let it sort of flap around, but actually, you know, it was starting to damage the flowers, so I just stitched it down a little bit, you can see. So real flower, some just some cotton with rust dyed it marks on, and a little bit of slow stitching on this lovely paper. This is really beautiful paper, music paper. This is a book page that I got from a historical book off one of the websites that you can get images from. I forget what they're called now, but anyway, it's really nice, and I made it into a belly band, and I just added a really old book page in there just for decoration. It's very soft, really beautiful paper, very soft, and that goes in there. And then this is tea dyed paper, and then this is the first, this is the centre of the first signature. So I've added washi in some of the pages because again, the holes were quite big on this, so I wanted to make sure that you know, it was protected. So there's a bit of washi on some of the pages, just not all. So I've added this is cardstock, and I've added a pocket like this, and I haven't decorated it, I've left it, and because I thought, you know, maybe the person would want to decorate it. So there's a couple of vintagey book pages, and that's on your gardening, and then there's this gorgeous floral tag, journaling card rather, and that goes in there. And then this one, again, another book page. This is vintage book page. Oh, it might not be actually vintage, thinking about it. I think it's just meant to be old. It's called The Bedside Book of the Garden. I think it's not vintage, but it's meant to look vintage. And then this pretty tag here from cardstock, and a little bird on there, and some washi, and a nice bit of ribbon there. Go in there. And on this side we've got another part of that lovely book page that I printed off from one of the websites, and these are just little bits that you can write on. So there's a little bit of printable there. There's an old, from my old address book, I think it goes back many years. Too many years to count, and a vintage book page on flowers. I've just folded over, so thought I would add those in, just little scraps of paper to do whatever you want to. And there, little tuck spot. And I'll turn that around because it's prettier on that side. There we go. There we go. And then more of that lovely paper. I love this. And again, the other side of these papers. This is a lovely vintage book page paper. It's been eaten, as you can see, not by me. And yeah, more of that cartridge paper and the other side of that lovely book page. I'll just show you. So pretty. The images are a little bit blurry, but you know, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous book page. Really beautiful. I love it. And then this was, yeah, I've made a tuck spot from this and added a little bird and a tab here that I slow stitched. A card. This was, the background is Tim Holtz, and this was just from something I took from a magazine. And there's a little vintage, I forget what it's called now, but the lace anyway. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, what people call it. I never called it that particular word. I think I called it broderie anglais, but I don't know if it is broderie anglais. But anyway, yeah, I really like this page. I love it. Really nice. Coordinates well. So yeah, so I've mixed in old and new in this. So this is a modern styled, although very unusual style kitchen. It's sort of grungy, but you know, really nice. So I've added lots of, well, not lots, but I've added quite a few pages like this in as well, because I love it. And you can see the stitching there. Yep, a very pretty card here, tuck spot, and with some lace added, and yeah, some muslin and fussy cut, and then a pretty little bird, little card with bird on. You can write on the back of there, and there's plenty of writing space on here. This is just a little cluster that I made using the tissue paper, so I backed it with cartridge paper, I think it is, and then added a little polka dot fabric and a button, vintage button there as well. That's pretty. And then this is a pocket that I've added to one of these book pages. Yeah, so I've added a double pocket here, and I've just added bits of paper in to do some writing in. I stitched that on with machine. Vellum pocket, double pocket there, so that goes in there. And on this side, this is an old jelly print of mine. I think I was experimenting at the time. Probably the first one I ever did, actually. And I added a stamp, and then there's a little book here. So this flips out, and there's a little, not book, sorry, card or journaling card or something, just to, and a bit of fabric there with another stamp, so that goes in there. So this, you know, the page is left for somebody to do writing on or whatever. A lovely image of roses here, and this is from a book, and this is also from a book. It's a copy from a lace design book, a vintage lace design book that I've added to make a little pocket tuck spot there, and another card, journaling card. So yeah, it's pretty. Another, oh, this is an eco die, one of my own, and then I've added this pretty cardstock pocket and a tag with a nice trim on it, and yeah, just various elements on there, and that goes in there. And that's the other side of the book page, which is really pretty. As I say, I think it's the Q colouring book. It's just gorgeous. Love it. And I love the background colours as well. Really nice. And then you get another image on that side as well, so it's just gorgeous. And this is the back page, and again there's another quote on here, or a part of a poem or something, verses or poems. again, another one of those pages, and I've stitched around on, I've got the other side of that is with this, so you've stitched around it here, and I've got this little, I'm not sure that you could use it as a tuck, because I think everything would fall out. Maybe something very light, but anyway, it's more decorative than for tuck purposes. Lovely little rose image there. And then another one of those fabric pockets. So, and I'll just take that off. So this is just a journaling card. I think this is Ruby and Pearls, pretty fabric, and a stamp. And then another, oh, this is from a French book. This is vintage, French book of mine. So I'll pop that in there. I'll just put that there. Beautiful map pages from a children's encyclopedia, the same one that the flowers came from, and a little tab there that was slow stitched, and yeah, I love that. Love the colours. It's just, you just don't see those sort of colours on maps now. Really pretty. And I've left it so you know, whoever gets the book can do whatever they want. Cartridge paper, green construction paper. I think the colour's gorgeous. I've left it blank to do whatever with, and I've added washi down there. Another tag with the bird on, and another one of those beautiful pages with various historical, I don't know what, they're all different. Yeah, nice. And then a tuck spot there. I think that's Ruby and Pearl again. So I think this is Tim Holtz, made another tuck. Oh, that's a shame. Just bent that. And then we've got one of the watercolour things that I did, a little page with a leaf print and a slow stitch tab there. That goes in there. And then another one of those cards. So there's plenty of those. Excuse my stomach if you heard it rumble, and I haven't had breakfast yet. And beautiful book page, just gorgeous. I love this. And then I've added this little tag here, and it can be taken off and used wherever, or just written on and added wherever. In the back of that. And then this is another tuck spot. Love this. And I added this lovely modern version of modern sort of print of fabrics, which are just beautiful, and this journaling card to go with it, and this pretty slow stitch tab with a button, and that goes in there. So plenty of places to write. And another page of modern, well, I really love this page. This is from a magazine, I think, or a book, and I just loved it with all that lovely white linen. And then I thought it coordinated very well with the linen tablecloth there. Added some just some lace and a couple of, so there's the lace again from that vintage book, lace design. Added that. I've added this, but I haven't added anything to the back of it, so just to keep it floppy. So you know, the person can use it in whatever way they want, but it goes in there for now. And really love these two pages. Again, sort of mixing modern with new, with old, new and old. Love, love, love that. From a magazine, I think, and or a book, and then some lace on that side, and then this beautiful, beautiful book page here. And again, the lace, I just took the lace over the edge. So I know it's a shock when you see so many pastel colours and then you see this, but I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. So you can see it's getting quite chunky now. You've got this lovely atlas page that you can do whatever you want with. And on this side I made a tuck spot with an envelope and so it's like card really. I just glued the envelope together, and I cut it out into a design and then did that. And then this is an old eco die that I did some time ago. I've added some vintage trim here, and a pretty flower, a fussy cut flower, and then again some washi tape, some pretty washi tape, so that goes in there. And then you saw me do these on one of the other videos, so that just the fabric tabs, or a tag, I don't know what to call them really, but anyway, and with a lovely print, or it's a stamp, and then this pretty sequined, really pretty lace there, and that lovely page from a vintage book. And then this is a flip out envelope, and on this side I did some stitching, words, plants, trees, and on this hand dyed cotton, so I used marigolds, French marigolds, to dye this cotton. Got a real flower there, obviously card craft envelope, and then I've made this beautiful little book to write in, or do whatever, use it for whatever purposes you like. So it's just got a few pages in to write in, and this is yeah, that's tissue or vellum, no, tracing paper. I printed on tracing paper, and then I've added it onto this page here, so that goes in there, and you can use it however which way you like. Another little writing space. Lovely fussy cut here. This is tea dyed paper, and book page there, vintage book page. Yeah, and I've left that plain. More vellum, really lovely sort of pale lemon colour, really nice. More of that lovely book page with the flowers on, and again, so you can see there's lots of, I've left lots of, you know, pages to do whatever you want to do with them, but they're pretty to look at on, you know, and by themselves, as in their own, you know, they have their own beauty. A little fussy cut flower there. So this is a copy of eco die that I did, and I wanted to keep the original, so I copied it and then I added it onto tea dyed paper there, and so it's quite thick. I've grunged it up a little bit just on the edges. I just love this. I think it made a really pretty centerpiece. This part of the paper, the original paper, got very grungy, and it was sort of broke off, so I just trimmed it into something a little bit more you know, pretty, and then you can see the other page behind it. Had a bit of an accident with this, so there's two ties on here. It was just basically one of the strings snapped. I tried using waxed linen thread to do this, and it didn't quite work for me. So then I ended up using a vintage cotton thread, but unfortunately it broke, so I've had to tie it on again. But it's fine, it should be fine now. It seems sturdy enough. And lovely vintage floral fabric there, tab. And the other side of the book page there, pretty book page, flowers on. And tea dyed paper there. So this is another card, journaling card, and I've just used some not staples, I forgot what they're called now. Anyway, I've just put it on with those, and then so I did these little French knots on some rust dyed fabric, and I just love that image. I thought it was so pretty. And this can be, it's a floating tag or whatever, you can just use it wherever you want, but I thought it went really well with this page here, so I won't put it in at the moment, I'll leave it for now. And I really like these images, again, that old and new, and yeah, and then there's a nice little tab there with a button, vintage button, and vintage fabric. This is from an old quilt of mine, and yeah, some vintage pretty floral fabric as well. So yes, stitched on. One of those watercolours again with the stamping. This one has a real flower on it, and then there's a slow stitch tab there, and the map page there, and then another modern image here. I just think that's beautiful, so I decided to put it in, and then I've added some vintage lace on the edges. Love that. And gorgeous image on the back there. And then this is a flip up, another one of those leaf prints or stamps, and you can't see it, I don't think, here, but the gold and silver splatters are just beautiful, really lovely, and they shimmer. So whoever gets the book will enjoy that, I think. And then I'd stamped on the back of this one and slow stitched on the lace. So yeah, and then I added a fabric sort of thing at the other end there as well. So this pocket, I didn't actually stitch it on, and I'd already stitched it to the book when I realised that it wasn't stitched on, so I was a bit annoyed with myself about that. But I am going to hand stitch it on because the glue isn't sufficient enough to keep it you know, to keep everything in. So another one of those vellum pockets, and as I say, it won't glue down, and you know, vellum's tricky to glue in that way. And this is a modern, just some page to write on, and that goes in there. And another one of those lace designs, and a beautiful bit of lace there, and that goes in there. And as I say, I will hand stitch around there. I don't think I can get it on the sewing machine. I love these little flowers. I bought them at one of those really like pound type shop, B&M or something like that, and I loved them. I just thought they were so pretty. I'll show you. I think I have some pink ones as well somewhere. Oh, I can't see them. I'll put them away maybe. Anyway, I just thought they were a nice little touch, a little bouquet of flowers there. They're paper flowers. I love the other side of that, and pretty image there. I've just added washi tape to this old book page and left this side. It's got some original writing on there. And this is a flip up tab, again, my leaf design that I did previously, and that also lifts up, so you could put something under there like that. And another tab here. Oh, all these terms, I can't keep up with them. Sorry, tuck. And I think that's really pretty. I love that. And then this was from a little watercolour that I was dabbling with, so I thought I'd include it because I love the colours. I think they go really well, and it's just on cartridge paper. It's just a little bit of fun that I had a while ago, and I thought I'd add that because it fits perfectly. And then that cartridge paper, a little polka dot tab there, more of that map page, and then a flip up here, and this has been embossed, and then a lovely floral paper there that you can write on or do whatever. Secret journaling, and that's the end. And so yeah, it's a chunky book. I've got a pocket here again, and I'm sure I could decorate that a little bit more, or I might leave it, I don't know, I'll have a think about it. But anyway, this will be for sale. I'm trying to decide whether to reopen my Etsy shop. I don't think it's open. I think it might be on holiday or something at the moment, but yeah, I still have one of my other books for sale, and I think I might include this on my Etsy shop. Otherwise, it will be for sale, so if you like it and you'd like to discuss buying it with me, you want to know the details, then yeah, just get in touch, message me, and we can talk about it. So yeah, it is really beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful book, and I'm really pleased with it. I feel quite proud of it. So there we go, and I hope you enjoyed that flip through. I hope you're all well. Yeah, sorry, excuse me, my stomach. I don't know why it happens every time I come on. Yeah, so yes, I hope you're all well, as I was saying. Yeah, it's a shame I haven't been on for a little while, but I will be doing more. Now my family have gone back home, and it was so lovely to see them, and spend time with them. And the sun is shining today, which is a bonus. So yes, I hope everybody has a lovely day, and as I said, reach out if you like this book and you're thinking you'd like to buy it. It has got a couple of little stains. It is vintage, so I don't want to mess about with it. So it has got a couple of little very faint stains on there, just so you know that. Anything else to say? Yes, so I will be back with more, and very soon, in fact, maybe tomorrow or the next day. So hopefully we can get these videos up and running again, and after the break. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.